Most respected Chief Guest of the day, Dr. Kuncheria P. Isaac, the current Vice Chancellor of the Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, and the former Vice Chancellor of the Vadakkangulam University, Kerala, and a very good friend as well. Respected Academic Director, Principals, and various heads of the departments, and here alumni and their parents. It is a memorable day, a day I know you all will be rejoicing, because I know the pain that you would have gone through in the 4 years in competing with all difficulties and getting your degree. When I say competing, it could have been several forces. It could have been financial, it could have been academic difficulties and so on. And then after all the difficulties, when you succeed and reap the reward of your life, there is a lot of fulfillment and happiness. And I'm sure the parents who have come here are with the same feel to see my son and daughter having graduated. And I know there are many students who are first graduates in their family, just graduating a degree. Long back, 35 years before, was this institution started in 1984 by our founder chairman, Dr. S. A. Raja, with the whole intention of seeing that every citizen should get an opportunity in our country to excel in what they are interested in. And today, thousands and thousands of students have passed out of this campus and are placed around the world, various places. And I can just think of certainly one person whom I can immediately recollect is the recent trend it came up when the FIFA match, the World Football Tournament took place in Russia. There was some Indian Engineering College student, there is a Rajas Engineering College student running a beautiful restaurant. And it came in big articles where even our Prime Minister Modi went and had a special dosa. And all the delegates who go from here were having dosas from this particular person. I forgot his name. He is a former student of this campus. Just one that struck me like that. And I get to see so many whenever I go to US, the airports, and in Dubai. There are streets where they say you will see every street, you will see Rajas out there, somewhere working there. So God Almighty's blessings and our mission of founder chairman has given that opportunity to develop our students. And today a simple message I'd like to conclude in my speech is, we live at a time right now where competition or probably the opportunity out there is very less. Job market is not doing that well. Some of you must have already taken up a job and some of you are still looking for a job. What I can tell you is, never give up and never underestimate yourself. Never think job alone is the only option. You don't have to always be a job seeker. You can be a job maker, job creator. There are so many avenues out there. I can think of a simple example of a person that came in the recent newspaper, a lady in Trivandrum. She's selling chips, banana chips, monthly 10 lakh rupees online through Amazon.com. Sorry, Amazon.in, Amazon.india. 10 lakhs. She's not making the chips, she's just procuring it. She's procuring from people who are making those. She started from her house, and it's just a simple example to say. Okay? Likewise, there are millions of options out there. You have to put your mind into it, and you can start with 10,000 rupees, 20,000 rupees. Yes, you can do it. You know, only thing is the confidence and the guts and the courage to even to fail, because failures makes you learn a lot and do better the next time. So with this, I leave you, and once again I thank our chief guest, Dr. Isaac Kuncheria, wonderful personality. I know him for a long time. He's been here for my marriage, which I forgot. He told me 25 years back he was here for my marriage. So he's neighboring my wife's house in Trivandrum. So I know him from those days, but once in a while I get to talk to him, see him on the road, that's all. And when I invited him on this day, he immediately said a yes, and even though he's in Chennai a lot of times, he made up, gave us the date and made his presence here. I thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you, students.
I invite Dr. Kuncheria P. Isaac, Vice Chancellor, Hindustan Institute of Technology and Science, to deliver the graduation day address.
A very good morning to all of you. Dr. Joy Raja, the chairman of the Raja Group of Institutions, the principal Dr. Joshua Samuel Raj, the academic directors, the advisor, the deans and heads of departments, members of the faculty, dear graduates, their parents, students, ladies and gentlemen. As Dr. Joy Raja has told you, I had visited this campus for his marriage, that's 25 years back. And I think later also I came once also. But it's a good opportunity to come to an institution for a convocation. That's the prestigious function of any institution, and where the degrees are given to the graduates who are graduating from this institution. So I am really proud to be here, and wish to acknowledge and thank Dr. Joy Raja and the other members of the management, the academic faculty, for giving me an opportunity to be part of this 31st convocation of Raja's Engineering College. See, this is one of the first engineering colleges started in the private self-financing model in Tamilnadu. This is in '84, so something like 35 years back. His father has started this engineering college, and I'm sure that a lot of people from Kerala have been benefited by this. At that point of time, a lot of people have been coming from Kerala because there were no institutions in the private sector in Kerala. There were only 5 government engineering colleges in that state at those point of time. So this institute, as Dr. Joy has told you, has produced several prominent alumni. So he was just recollecting a few of them, like who are in various countries across the globe. And you are all going to join them, right? You are all going to join, or you have already joined as an alumni of this institution, this prestigious institution. So you should be really proud as a graduate of this institution. So that's why I said I am also proud to be here, because an institution which has completed 35 years of its existence. Today, the situation is little bad. See, some of the students who are graduating from some colleges may not be able to tell, oh, this is the institution where I graduated. That institution might be, that campus might be a hotel today. Anyway, you can be proud that your institution is still serving the education and doing well in the field of education. So, I would like to place again on record the services rendered by Dr. S. A. Raja, the founder of the institute, and we should all bow our heads to him for his vision for starting a large number of educational institutions in this part of the state of Tamil Nadu, and which is close to Kerala also. So this is something which he has done, which has really benefited all those people who have graduated from these institutions, as well the area where you are located now, because the economy is also dependent on the type of activity, type of business which is happening in that area. So this has benefited not only the students who have graduated or who are studying here, this has benefited the community around these institutions. So that has really helped the betterment of the society. So my dear young graduates, I would like to congratulate all those receiving their degrees and medals on this momentous occasion. This is an important day and significant milestone in your life's journey. You earn your degrees and awards by hard work and dedication. It's a moment of pride and celebration for you, as well as your parents sitting here, teachers and all those who have directly or indirectly contributed in molding your life so far. See, the two people who have really contributed for your molding your life, your character. One, the teacher. The second is your parents. So teachers are a perennial source of enlightenment and inspiration. They are not mere tutors or teachers, but custodians of traditional culture and vital agents of social change. See, Rabindranath Tagore has rightly said of teachers, a teacher is like a candle who consumes itself to enlighten others. The teacher is a friend, philosopher and guide to the student. The teacher should be the embodiment of truth, honesty, character and morality, committed to the love of learning and the cause for the dissemination of knowledge. And now a word about your parents. Without your parents' support and encouragement, you would not have attained whatever has come your way so far. Never forget your progenitors who have embarked you on your journey of life. Now you having graduated from this institution, I would like to ask a question. Have you received the knowledge, the skill and attitudes which you expected? See, today most of the industries complain that they are not able to get industry-ready graduates. This is a complaint every industry tells. So the question is that we divide the several things which you should have attained in your campus. One is the knowledge, the second is the skills and the attitudes. So this is a question which I just wanted to ask every one of you sitting here. At this moment I have wanted to tell you the story of Abhimanyu. You must have heard in the Mahabharata, the warrior prince of the Mahabharata, Abhimanyu. When he was in the womb of his mother, his father Arjun has narrated how to get into the Chakravyuha. The Chakravyuha is a formation of army while within the wars of the ancient period. So, the Arjun was narrating this to his wife who was in labor pain. How the Chakravyuha could be broken and you can get into the Chakravyuha is that he has been telling. So, by the time he completed how to break the Chakravyuha and get into the formation, the child has come out of the womb of her mother, his mother. So, how to come out of the Chakravyuha, he could not complete, right? How to come out of the Chakravyuha. Getting into the Chakravyuha, he could narrate. But when this happened earlier, when the war broke out, one fine day, every day they have some kind of arrangements as per the Mahabharata. Then this day Arjun was not there. And the enemy, Kauravas, formed the Chakravyuha. And Arjun, Abhimanyu said, I will break the Chakravyuha. Because he learned this trait when he was in the womb of his mother, right? He could do it. He got into the Chakravyuha. But he could not come out of the Chakravyuha because he was not told that. He never studied that. Right? So, the question here is that, are you in that state of half learned? Or are you in the state where you have learned the other part of it also to come out of the Chakravyuha? Right? What do you say? I would say either way you are okay, because the whole idea of giving you the education is to make you as a lifelong learner. To make you as a lifelong learner. See, I have been a teacher. Probably what I had taught in my initial years of my teaching, I would have taught the students what I have learned in the classrooms. But maybe on my later days, I would have learned several other things which I have been disseminating to the students. So, a lifelong learning is required today because why? Because the technology is changing every day. When I was a student, I did not have the opportunity to use a mobile and use a WhatsApp or Facebook as you do it today. Right? I had never seen a computer in my undergraduate studies. When I went for my postgraduate studies immediately after my graduation from College of Engineering to IIT, there was a computer called IBM 370/155 which used cards to be punched as the input media. Today you can all type it, and today you have several other ways of inputting or giving instructions to your computer as my granddaughter does it. This is an input, no? Which is given to the computer or your mobile. She knows how to do all this, which is 2-year-old or 1-year-old also will do these things. So, but as a postgraduate student of this, we had to punch the cards, get it punched in the morning, give it a deck of cards, which may be to add the initial programs which I learned is Fortran programming language, where the first program probably to add 2 numbers, still the things are not better today, still the teachers teach you to add, to sort, to write a program to sort, or palindrome or things like that, still the teachers do it. I think we have not migrated from that level which I have learned in 1970s. So that's something different. So what I was trying to tell is that the technology is developing every day, is changing every day. So if you try to teach, mean, the teachers also here will have to understand that if you try to teach what you have learned in the classroom to the students, it will not work. So you have to keep abreast of what is happening or what is changing or what are the changes which is happening around you. So this is a lifelong learning for each one of you sitting here. Don't think that your learning is over. Never think that. Your learning starts. Half, you have learned half. You are going to start your journey from today, wherein you are going to learn so many things. That is called lifelong learning. The outcome-based education, what we tell is that we are equipping you with the necessary knowledge and the skills to become a lifelong learner. If you become a lifelong learner, if you stop your learning today, you will never become successful in your life. You are going to start your journey today or tomorrow, and then that is the point where you are going to keep on learning things. So this, if to happen, you should be a person who will be thinking out of the box. New ideas. I mean, as I normally tell that every talk which I tell or anybody who tells cannot talk without uttering a word called innovation. Every talk, everything, you have to tell the word innovation or ideas, new ideas, out of box thinking and things like that. See, I just tell you one small thing which Google's parent company, Google's parent company is called Alphabet, no? Alphabet is the parent company of Google. So, what they did, to kill the mosquitoes. How to kill the mosquitoes is a big job for you. Am I right? You everywhere you have mosquitoes, which spreads all the diseases. Yesterday also I was reading in somewhere that a new disease, I forgot the name of the disease, which has been detected at Calicut. One person has been infected and found this particular virus. There is no medicine which has been developed, and it could be even fatal. This will be spread through mosquito bites from one human being to another human being. So mosquitoes are really a culprit in spreading diseases like chikungunya and things like that. So how do you bring down the population of mosquitoes? Have you read anybody this thing what the Alphabet, the company, has done? So this is where you have the out-of-box thinking has to happen. If you want to really survive in this one and to be a lifelong learner, you have to think out of the box. So what they did is that they created male mosquitoes, sterile male mosquitoes, in millions, in large number. They developed sterile male mosquitoes, and when they mate with the female mosquitoes, which carries this viruses, they lay an egg that will not be hatched. So that is how the population of mosquitoes are brought to control. I mean, today what you do, you take you keep a mosquito coil, or you have a bat and you do the batting with the mosquitoes to kill them. Instead of that, the idea is to produce sterile male mosquitoes which mate with the females and then produce, their eggs will not hatch. So that is how it has happened. So this is the way you have to think. So there are several other such things. No, he was telling about people. I mean, he has started a restaurant, right, in Russia. They don't think that. I mean, you may ask me a question now. Oh, what is that engineering? What I have learned in? Am I going to use in that? You are going to use the technology in every sphere of your activity which you start. Which I will start now. So, you will have to think. All your ideas may not be workable. It cannot be done, probably it can be done. It's a good idea all along, but I never practiced it. See, You're all people who can really think. You're all good people, have good brains. But we never use our brains, that's our problem. You know, you have a large number of young girls here. You know, the girls or the women are the best people, when you take. You know, the only one person who has got 2 Nobel Prizes. Only that is a woman. Who is that? Madam Curie, who got Nobel Prize in Physics and Chemistry. I think nobody else has got 2 Nobel Prizes. So don't underestimate your abilities. You can work for the development of the humanity, and every one of you sitting here are unique. You have a lot of abilities and things which you have hidden in you, which you can do it. See, if you look at the country Israel, they have advanced in several fields. Maybe in agriculture, computer science, electronics, genetics, medicine, optics, solar energy, military applications, every sphere of life, they are top in the world. Why? It is sheer hard work. You know, there is no water there in the Israel. It rains once in a year. But they have the best agriculture. This drip irrigation they developed because of the scarcity of water. Kerala is abundant with water, but today we have drought. We don't preserve the water, and we don't know how to preserve the water and make use of it. You are better. Tamilnadu, I find even a lot of places where you have the ponds and other lakes which store water and which is used in the drought season. This year, Tamilnadu did not get good rain. Why going to do? This is the use of technology is one which is something. If you look at the advancement of solar power, space research, we race much behind Israel, even though we have been successful in reaching the moon by the Indian Space Research Organization. Israel has 7 research universities, a very small place, but it has 7 research universities. Tamil Nadu has, the large number of universities are there in Tamil Nadu, and education institutions. We have, the population is 10 times, but the outcome from these institutions are less, which we have got to think. So, I do not want to take much of your time. I would like to close my speech with a small advice to you. You are entering into your life, and I told you that you are starting your journey of lifelong learning. But to happen that, the first thing you need is good health. If you have a sound body, you can really work hard. It's one of the basic prerequisites of success. You should have good health. But how do you get good health? If you always look at your WhatsApp and your Facebook and watch TV, your health will deteriorate. You have to physically exert. A 30 to 45 minutes exercise, whatever form you want, whether yoga or walk or whatever you want, you have got to practice it even from your younger age. Otherwise you will get into some kind of such diseases of increase in blood pressure, sugar level and things like that, because our body requires to be always on some kind of an activity, which if you lack it, your health. So you require a good health. The second one is that you have got to do hard work, as anybody who has to be successful has to do a hard work. Don't ever attempt at shortcuts and unethical means to achieve success. So, what you should have is integrity. No shortcuts. Only through hard work you have to aim it with integrity. So that's the third thing that you have to point. Then, the last thing which I would put it together is that you should have patience. Don't think that I will go to moon today. Not possible. You have to work hard, you have to plan, you have to apply all what you have learned and put it into a real plan and make it workable. You will become a successful person. The patience, persistence, you may become a failure. Perseverance, leading to perfection, which plays a decisive role in attaining success. You may become depressed, you may become failure. Don't worry. There are so many things. I don't know why. Last week, a tragic incident was reported in the newspaper that one boy has killed a girl who the girl refused to have love with him. I don't know what kind of thinking level you have. Is it the way you think? Since the girl said no, the thing which he has done is he has killed the girl in public place. Otherwise what you do is you go and hang yourself and die. Whenever two of these things happen, why should you think in those lines? So that is why I said, the thing which you have got to learn from educational institutions is not knowledge and skills alone, it is attitude. That has to happen. So you may feel depressed several times, but don't get disheartened in failures, as you know. You have your photo of Thomas Alva Edison there, on that big hall, I saw it there. He had a number of failures, but finally he succeeded in inventing the electric bulb. That's why that is one of the greatest inventions of the world. So, let you have the 4 points which I have mentioned now to become a successful person in your life. Good health, hard work, integrity, patience. These are the 4 things which you should have it. Good health, hard work, patience and integrity. If you practice this, you will become successful in your life. Let me reiterate that there is no substitute for hard work. You should work like Israelites. You young boys and girls graduating today are all privileged, and you must be proud that you are graduating from Raja's College of Engineering and you are all going to shape the future of this country. I earnestly request each one of you to be a change agent. Change agent. This is something which is required. Change agent. By becoming an innovator, and as your chairman has already told you that you become a job provider. Become a job provider rather than a job seeker. This is what he told you. Becoming an innovator and contribute towards the country's growth. I would like again to congratulate you all and wish you all success in your lifelong journey which you are starting. And thanks to everyone for giving me an opportunity to address the 31st graduation day ceremony. Thank you all. Thank you very much.
Let the candidates be now presented.